Welcome everybody to Where in the World is Jeremy Cove? And Jeremy, I am so jealous of you right now. You are on Kentucky Lake crappie fishing. Wow.
Yes, and it's you couldn't ask for a better week. I fished all week, so I figured I'd get caught up on being on the road so much. So
Man, you've been knocking out the crappie.
yeah, past 3 days we've had a limit every day, and if I've had somebody in the boat, we've caught their limit too. So
No kidding.
I get it while it's getting good. Freezer was empty, so
You got it going on down there right now. I know that I listened to you today. Hey, Jason Huggins and Mike Sampson, how you guys doing? I watched your show with for the Excel deal today with you and Jay Paul, and you was talking about that. And I think everybody's having some problems with Facebook right now. But to tell you the truth, YouTube is no better. They're switching over to a new beta project, and it kind of throws a wrench in everything. We're running a little late. We won't go too long because there's the Possum Kingdom boys are supposed to come on here in a few minutes, and I know everybody's going to want to watch them. But we got Sonny Parker and Daniel Kennedy and Junior Proctor in here, along with Jason and Mike, and they're going to flog in here. And I was surprised that you're crappie fishing and not on the road headed out east.
well that comes tomorrow. But I'm probably gonna get up bright and early and fish in the morning too. I got a taste of it, and I can't handle night anymore.
Well, now you said something today that you had fished with your mother the last day or so.
Well,
That's pretty awesome.
she's with me right now, so
That's way cool, man. That is way cool. You guys get to fish together like that. That's really neat. I'm
I
so
try.
glad that
And we
you're
went,
spending some time together and catching some fish on top of it.
yeah, and we went looking for some rail mushrooms this afternoon because I thought it's too windy to long line troll jigs, and it's still a little too early, so we give up on the mushroom hunting. And I know we can find some crappies. So
Adam Isaac, we're running a little late. Tonight's the night. We're about 45 minutes later than normal getting started. I forgot about it. Jeremy, he's fishing, so he didn't care one way or the other. And Michael Pence from Iowa is in. Jason Huggins says he's going to hit Wren and Kincaid tomorrow and try to get some slabs. So
awesome.
it's about time for them crappies to start knocking it out, and then they'll be on the nest. And then after they come off the nest, they'll be hot again, won't they, Jeremy?
I try, and I know this is all about catfish, but crappie eat good, so you got to fill the freezer and then go catfish later. So
Well, I got to tell you, there's not too much better than crappie. I mean, I've ate all kinds of fish, and they're one of my favorites. Although I'm also pretty fond of channel cat, about 12 to 18 inches long too.
I just had you one of them on about a 14-foot B&M pole, but I'd let him go. So
Yeah, that's exactly right. Are you guys using fishing plugs, or are you using spinner baits, or are you using minnows? How are you catching your crappie?
no, we're using all jigs. I'll show you.
Sure.
But no, normally I crankbait during the summer and pull crankbait, but right now we're just using little 16th-ounce jigs, different colors. So
Not tipping them with anything, just use them just the way they are.
no, the day that I've got to use minnows, it's a pretty bad day. It's hard for me to sit there and spider rig.
Hell, that's the only way I could ever catch them.
I know. I either want the one pole in my hand and feel them thump, or I want a long line and move. So
Yeah.
I don't have the patience.
Michael Pitt says crappie sandwiches. I agree. Jason Huggins says he took his son landing and or is taking his son landing this Saturday. He thinks it'll depend on the weather, honestly. But yeah, I think there's a front moving through, so probably a good idea that you're getting it done. Let's
Oh,
talk some catfishing, Jason.
go for it.
Jeremy, where are you headed this weekend?
So we are headed to the beautiful Lake Wateree over in Camden, South Carolina. The South Carolina boys, you get out there in their water, they're a force to be reckoned with. So
Oh yeah.
it's always a rivalry between the North and the South Carolina guys. So that's right there on the line almost. And so it should be interesting. Should be some good fish this weekend. But I say that. They've had some pretty ugly weather throughout the week for South Carolina this time of year. So
You know what? I think them guys would appreciate it very, very much if you didn't bring a storm of some kind with you this time.
well, now I think what I brought or I sent it. I'm not going to bring it with me. I just sent it ahead of time. it screwed everything up. So, that middle over weather I send.
Yep. Sonny Parker says we got a big front coming in, and he is correct. I've been kind of watching it on the weather, and it's supposed to, most of it, go north of us, but we're going to get cooled off a little bit too.
That's
and
right.
That won't make it to you by the weekend. So hopefully you guys will be great out there, and you get to do a good live feed. I'm anxious to watch that. I'll be at my mother-in-law's birthday party, so I'll be watching it on my phone if I can figure out how to do it. Me and phones don't get along very well.
You mean you're not? You mean you're not gonna go? Celebrate your mother-in-law's birthday?
I am. That's why I'll be on a phone. I'll be up there. She's one of the finest ladies you ever meet, and if I wasn't there, she'd be on the phone calling me. So I'll be there.
Well, and tell Miss Cindy I said congrats on last weekend too. That's pretty awesome.
I will do that. She had some great partners, and they had a great weekend. And we're really proud of everything that Nikki and Hannah and Cindy done. And they had, like I say, they had a great weekend. We were very proud of them. Michael Pitts says they have winds gusting to 60 mile an hour. I'm not sure where Michael's at. And Jason Huggins says his boys love catching them bait fish.
Yeah, I need to get Mr. Landon in the boat with me. We had a good time at the conference, so I think he'd be a blast to have in the boat with.
Landon is a great young man. He's one of our premier youths in the nation. We're very proud to know him, and I think that he's got a very bright future in the fishing industry.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Michael Malott says 60 in Illinois too. That's miles per hour of wind. So hopefully that'll all blow through before you get out there. How many boats you expecting out there, Jeremy?
We've always had 45 to 50 boats, and it should be pretty close to that again. The spring tournament's always good, but we'll be going back in October, I think, for our fall tournament on Water East. So
good.
That should make it a little bit better draw that we've been out there 3 times this year. We'll be out there 3 times this year. So well, if the weather will cooperate with us, it ought to be a pretty weekend.
Heck yeah, sounds like a plan. Sonny Parker's got snow coming over there in Nebraska, so I bet you're glad you ain't going there.
Yes, I've done been out his way, and I'm going to blame this one on Sonny. I believe Sonny brought bad weather to Milford.
I blame it on Sonny regardless. He's a good guy. Daniel Kennedy says, heck yeah, Jack likes to catch bait because he gets to play with them, and then we put them in put the cat, and we have to put the catfish back. So Daniel will be taking his son out this weekend. Sounds like everybody's got a big weekend planned. Listen, I don't want to stay on here too long, Jeremy, because the Possum Kingdom boys are getting ready to come on and talk about their tournament down south, and we're all excited about that. I think they got some new announcements and different things they want to make, but we run a little bit late. We'll try to start doing better for everybody and get this on a more timely fashion. I hope that you just catch the fire out of them, and I'm so glad that Junior Mother get fish together. That's way awesome.
Yes. Well, we're going to give it our best shot, and I had to send you some pictures. We catch a lot of catfish doing this.
That's awesome.
And I like them every other day, but now when they tear up my lines and run through 8 of them, we have a little come to Jesus moment. So.
They don't make it in the live well when that happens, do they?
Yeah, they're not as fun when they tear up my lines.
Michael Pence says they're going for Spoonbill on Truman Saturday. Good luck, Michael. And Sonny, I know you can fish at you fished with us when it was really, really cold last winter, so I know that the weather does not bother you at all. Well, listen, Jeremy, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next Wednesday on Where in the World. Jeremy Cole, you and your mother have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Lyle.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you Friday.